What do you expect to be the main storylines this week on both the men's and the women's side?
Yeah, well, obviously, a lot of attention on the Manitoba teams. Organizers got pretty lucky here. 25% of this field, 2 men's teams, 2 women's teams, are from Manitoba. And so, at the end of the day, the trials is a much more parochial event that attracts more of a local crowd than, say, a Brier, where you get large conglomerates of people from all different provinces show up every year. You're going to see less of that at the trials. It's more the competitors, their families, their friends, and then all the locals that the trials organizers can get to come. So obviously the local people are most interested in the local teams. Mike McEwen's an interesting story, just like Chelsea is. What they're trying to do here is not unprecedented, but it's very difficult. And that is to win the right to represent Canada in the Olympics before they've won the right to represent Manitoba at a national championship. That's a really tough thing to do. It is not without precedent. Mike Harris did exactly that. Last time the trials were in Manitoba was in 1997. They were in Brandon. Mike Harris came out of relative obscurity. He'd never won an Ontario title. Went on to win an Olympic silver medal. So, that's kind of the backdrop here. But, just to put in context what this event means to these curlers, no Canadian team, men's or women's, has ever failed to medal at the Olympics in curling. And so whoever wins here, you know immediately what the first 2 words of their obituary is going to be. And that's going to be Olympic medalist, right? No matter what they do the rest of their lives, they will forever be an Olympic medalist, and that will forever be, one of the greatest things that they've ever accomplished. So that's the interesting thing here, is you're not just playing for the right to represent Canada in the Olympics, but, and Chelsea will tell you, well, you never put the cart before the horse, and that's quite right. But at the end of the day, really, all that needs to be determined in Sochi is what color medal are the 2 winners at the trials at NTS Center going to end up taking home. And history will tell you that. It's either going to be bronze, silver, or gold, and Canada's won one of all of those. The other backdrop here, and again, it gets back to the context of the Manitoba teams in this thing, is for all the amazing things that Manitoba curlers have done over the years, record number of Briers, the list of accomplishments goes on and on. There has never been a Manitoba-based team represent Canada at the Olympics. It's been a very weird thing. Jeff Stoughton's been great for a million years, could never break through, lost the trials final. Same thing, Carrie Burtnick lost the trials final. Jennifer Jones, the single best women's team for probably the last 5-6 years in the world, has been kind of bedeviled by this trials event. So, that's the single most compelling storyline, I think, is this finally the year that a Manitoba-based team represents Canada in the Olympics at curling.